Please welcome to the stage our Executive Director for NFTE in the Capital Region, Meg Stewart.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tonight we come together to celebrate our young entrepreneurs and to celebrate the NFTE community here in the Capital Region. Tonight you will see some amazing business pitches, and every single student who goes through a NFTE course works to put together their very first business plan. Tonight you will see just a fraction of the over 2,000 business plans students have put together this school year. I guarantee you will leave the evening feeling inspired by something you saw or heard from one of our students or NFTE alumni. I urge you to take that inspiration and turn it into action. Please consider making a donation to our programs or volunteering your time. We are going to make it easy as possible for you on this Tuesday evening. Around the room, you'll see that there are cards laid out. These cards on one side have a QR code that you can scan where you can donate to our programs. On the other side, you can scan it to learn more about the volunteer opportunities in our region. Your donation or giving your time helps ensure that we can give students the opportunities they need to fully own their future. And now I'm excited to introduce your MC for the night, the talented NFTE alumna, Jennifer Castro.
Thank you and good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you once again to the NFTE Capital Regional Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge. Yes. My name is Jennifer Castro, pronouns she, her, hers, and I'm a NFTE alumna from class of 2018 when I placed second place at the NFTE DC Challenge and was a semifinalist at the National Challenge in New York City. I am so glad to be here as your Master of Ceremony today. I can confidently say I would not be who I am, nor would I be where I am, had it not been for the NFTE program that I went through in 2018 and my NFTE teacher at the time, Mr. Ashley Montgomery. The impact is still very evident in my life today. Before we move on, we have a short video to show you a little bit more context for why we're all here today.
The road to regionals has been a journey many months in the making. Behind every entrepreneur's first pitch is weeks or months of innovation, thinking, and research, and a passion for creating products and services that solve customer problems and make the world a better place.
When I first started the NFTE program, I couldn't even imagine myself being an entrepreneur. But NFTE taught me how to harness the secret sauce that you and me have. We both got that secret sauce. Which each and every one of us possess with our life experiences, interests, talents, and our entrepreneurial mindset. That really helped me turn my creative passion into a business opportunity. And I was able to combine my passion for social justice and hair care and combine it into a lucrative business that genuinely cares about its customers.
NFTE students activate their entrepreneurial mindset through the support and active learning provided by teachers, volunteers, and NFTE staff. Day in and day out, NFTE teachers and staff figure out creative ways to make NFTE content relevant to their students' lives. They work endless hours after class and off the clock to help support young entrepreneurs.
NFTE volunteers also go above and beyond, often committing to recurring coaching sessions with students, including late evening hours at times that work for them and for the students after school. They do this because they too are inspired by and become invested in each student's journey and the systemic changes that are possible through entrepreneurship education.
Melissa and I were fortunate to have an amazing mentor, Ms. Cook, who not only taught us all we know about entrepreneurship, but taught us valuable life lessons we still use till this day.
I'm successful today because of the help I received from the amazing teachers, schools, community-based organizations, private partnerships, volunteers, and hosts of corporate sponsors in the support ecosystem.
Each opportunity to share a business pitch is a chance for NFTE learners to refine and revise their plans and reignite and refuel the passion behind it.
Students commit to taking constructive feedback from coaches, judges, and Nifty staff to further elevate their business.
Or sometimes students shift to a completely new idea, following their values, interests, and skills to make adjustments, while tackling some of the biggest challenges in their personal lives, homes, and communities.
Each presentation opportunity and each competition allowed me the chance to build my public speaking abilities, career readiness skills, as well as raise my self-esteem even.
Nifty really prepared me to prepare presentations and taught me the proper way to pitch, which are skills that I have used consistently ever since my time competing in Nifty.
So I appreciate Nifty for helping me get out of my shell and helping me realize that business people aren't just, our articulate men in suits. They can be Black women. They can be women of all shades and color, shapes, and sizes. It could be anybody. Anybody could be an entrepreneur. You can talk how you want, move how you want, wear what you want as an amazing entrepreneur, as long as you're helping the world and making it a better place.
Every Nifty program leads to a final pitch competition. So far this year, more than 40,000 students in the US have pitched their business in Nifty classrooms or after school. And even more students will participate in summer programs.
The top young entrepreneurs in each program advance to regional competitions across 7 regions, and 48 businesses will be selected to go to the national competition in New York City this October.
Today you will get to hear regional finalists present their pitches. We want to recognize all the hard work of this year's cohort of young entrepreneurs and the amazing support they've received along the way.
It's an incredible journey. Best of luck to the finalists.
What an inspiring message from fellow Nifty alumni. I hope you are all as thrilled as I am to be here and to take part in one of the cornerstones of the Nifty program, the business plan competition. Last year, we returned to in-person events, and it was wonderful to see the next group of young entrepreneurs leaning further into markets related to self-care, mental health, community support, and many other ways building an inclusive, vibrant, and compassionate society. Nifty knows that preparing young people to be career ready and further focused as students, entrepreneurs, and engaged employees helps us to create opportunities out of obstacles that sometimes seem insurmountable. The entrepreneurial mindset, ignited by our Nifty teachers, places us on a bold path of discovery and achievement, causing a ripple effect that positively impacts everyone. That's what these competitions, the competitors, and their dreams represent. Whatever path brought you here today, I want you to know that everyone in this room has the power to transform the lives of young people through entrepreneurship, including our generous supporters. Nifty is incredibly grateful to the sponsors of this challenge, including our presenter, EY. Yes, woo! Our signature sponsor, Whiteford. And our associate sponsor, the City Foundation. Thank you all for making this day possible. I'd also like to thank the wonderful Nifty teachers and school partners, business coaches, classroom volunteers, judges, family, and friends that provide the support, advice, and encouragement to Nifty students. I remember the support I received through my Nifty experience that helped me get to where I am today. That same support to this year's young entrepreneurs does not go unnoticed. And finally, this event and all we do would not be possible without the commitment, guidance, and support from the members of the Capital Region Advisory Board, whom you'll find listed in the program. Please join me in recognizing all of these invaluable contributions to our Nifty community. Today is the culmination of many long hours of hard work. Finalists, I have walked the same path that brought you here, and I know all the work you have put into those business plans. No one knows these businesses better than you do, and we can't wait to hear you pitch. Before you begin, please take a deep breath and know that we all believe in your power and potential. and that we hope you leave today knowing just how amazing you are and how much you inspire everyone in here. Remember, it's not always winning that pushes us to greatness. Challenges spark innovation, and you never know what tomorrow will hold. So, no matter what the outcome of the competition is, be proud of what you have done and enjoy the applause. Congratulations on being here. Okay, now, are you ready? Yes, this is where it gets really exciting. To judge this challenge, we have an esteemed panel of experts who have volunteered their time. Please help me welcome founder of Same Grain and managing director of entrepreneur and ecosystem empowerment at TEDCO, Ann Balduzzi. Founder of Market 7 and NFT alumna, Mary Blackford. Managing partner at Coalition Properties Group, Keith James. And Assistant Director of Global Innovation at EY, Kirti Santosh Varrier. Judges, thank you so much for sharing your time and expertise. We have every confidence that our finalists will truly impress you, and we do not envy your job today. Now for the rules, each presenter has exactly 7 minutes to present their pitch deck to the judges. Our timer will show a green card when there are 5 minutes left, a yellow card when there is 1 minute remaining, and if time expires before they finish, a red card will be shown and the bell tone will be rung. After each presentation, the judges have 3 minutes to ask questions. Again, a yellow card will be shown when there is 1 minute left, and the red card and bell will be rung when time is up. We will provide time between presenters for our judges to record their scores. Additionally, our third place winner from today's competition will each leave with $500, while our second place winner receives $1,000, and our first place winner will take home $1,500. Yes. All right. Let's start the challenge. To present their business plan for Compel Comics, please welcome Romy Hooper from Frederick Douglass High School in Upper Marlboro.
Hi. You guys already know my name, so I don't have to do that part. But I have a question for everybody in the room. How many people have sat here and watched a cartoon or watched a comic strip or saw, that their parents are reading the newspaper, right? And you want to be like your parents, so you take a strip and then you only read the comic book section. I mean, how many people have sat in here and been influenced as young kids through comics? I mean, one of the things. Okay, I see a lot of hands, which means I got a lot of customers in here, But essentially, Compel Comics is essentially attacking this big thing that I see in the comic book industry and media in general, which is that, for one, we don't see anything new. We don't see, I hate to say it like this, but we don't see a lot of black and brown kids in these comic books. I mean, we don't see a lot of originality in the sense of different shapes, different sizes, different people from different pasts. I mean, one of the things that we do see often is the fact that one of the things that we do see that I do appreciate and I want to see more of is the fact that characters develop over time, and we see that they go through these traumatic experiences that everybody in this room could somewhat relate to, whether it's losing a friend, whether it's losing a family member, whether it's going through a hard breakup. We see these characters go through these different things, and one of the things that we don't realize our kids see is that these kids are learning from these experiences. I mean, one of the things that I know that happened to me a lot was the fact that I would have my mom or have a family member go through something harsh, and part of the sympathy, right, was understanding that, oh, well, Spider-Man just went through that. We see, we see, even when you lose a family member, you're like, oh, well, this is how Batman dealt with it. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like, you know, people don't realize, but that's the references that we make to these different things. And that's part of how we get through these, you know, harsh times that we can go through. And part of what I want to do to my set of characters is make it so that these young kids now have a step into these characters, now have a hand in them, now are involved in helping these characters to progress and move forward. So my target market is in between the ages of about 14 to 23, because one of the things that I oftentimes see is that high schoolers and kids in college are the exact superheroes that we're seeing in an everyday world. So I want to be able to continue that and be able to have it so that when you first enter high school, oh, well, you just seen this comic book character go through the exact same things, whether, you know, and even for college kids, you see them moving into their dorm, meeting their TA and meeting all of their different teachers and how they're handling these different things. And I want to be able to add in little hacks, like just being able to talk to your teachers after class. That's something that we don't talk about enough, where it's like your teachers are here to help you. And if they can see maybe a superhero doing it, maybe they'll decide to do the same. So when it comes to my marketing, I've already made engaging content, and I have already done several things in the sense of trying to get into Baltimore Comic-Con, which is actually this September, because I understand that regardless of how much I understand in my experience, there's still kids out there who have different experiences that I want to be able to hear. So I want to be able to see them in person and talk to them and relate to them and hear some things that I might not have even thought of to add into my stories, because I understand that the directional aspects aren't just about me or the things that I've been through or the things that I know other people have been through. It's about the unique situations that you hear in every day. So something else that I plan to do is I plan to buy ads, and I plan to make sure that as many people as possible can see this content, whether it's on social media, whether it's, you know, in a commercial, wherever it might be at. I want to be able to kind of connect with these people wherever they're at. So one of the things that I constantly see so many different companies do is they'll sit here and they'll make the same characters or have the same stories, or their characters won't actually go through anything. Like they'll go through something and then it'll get all erased. And something that I want to have is, and something I want to show our kids is that when things happen, unfortunately, there is no going back. There only is moving forward. And that's something that I want to be able to have our characters do, and I want our kids to then be able to move forward as well. I have little cousins that they see these characters and they see, oh, well, Batman died and he came back to life. Well, I want them to be able to see how you move forward from traumatic situations and traumatic things that influence them on an everyday basis. So my qualifications. I am a dual enrollment student. I am a FIRST robotics team member, so I've sat here and I've been able to collaborate with teams of people, even in my debate team that I did this year and in previous years as well. And I was a member of the Bowie State media production team, so I know a little bit about filming and different things like that. So through all of these different experiences, I want to be able to add those to the handful of knowledge that I have and to be able to move my comics forward to so many other kids. My cost structure. So my one unit of sale is one comic book, and my selling price is $24. My contribution margin is $19.03, and I have to sell 13 products to break even. So those numbers come from my website, in the sense of my monthly bills come from my website. I plan to self-publish these comic books, so luckily I don't have to pay my mom any rent, because I know she would love that. But yeah, so all of the comics will be essentially, I will give the order to the company and they'll ship it right out to them. So it's none of the hassle of me actually packing anything, and they'll do it in a more fast and efficient way. My future plans is to increase my social media presence, to be able to become a vendor at this Baltimore Comic-Con that I applied for, and to be able to use these stories to create an animated TV show, because we see so many different cartoons, and we see things like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I mean, there's so many cartoons that we've been influenced by and we can laugh to this day, and that we know that if we walk around in this room and we say, hey, well, what was your childhood like? Some of that is comic books, and some of the, and that's something I want to be able to add to in the future. So that's my pitch. My name is Romy Hooper, and my business is Compel Comics. And I hope that all of you were compelled to move forward and do better.
Great job, Roby. Allow me to welcome you back. Judges, your 3-minute period of question and answer begins now.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So I love the passion.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love your energy behind this idea.
Thank you.
What was the spark that got your idea really motivated you to move forward with this?
Honestly, it was one of my close friends, Tejan. Unfortunately, I was in an accident with him right before my freshman year, right, which is part of the reason why my target demographic is 14 to 23, because I went through that traumatic experience. And one of the things that we connected so much on, and one of the things that I think got us through it, is superheroes and comic books. So I understand the power of it more than some people know, and it's been a big part of my life.
I think you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
And I think comic books are such a great way to learn for kids. I think it's also a great mental health tool, so great job there. I will say, on the competitive analysis slide, I wanted to see the bigger chart.
I understand.
Tell me how you got to your price point compared to your competitors.
So the price point that I got to, which was $24, it's because of the fact that even though my one unit of sales is one comic book, I plan to have more pages within the comic book. So it's more of kind of like a graphic novel, which is so in comparison, most comic books, when you look at them, they're kind of thin and they're about $10 to $15. The reason why I had my selling prices more was because I plan to put more into the comic books. So I want to kind of fully fledge out a couple different things, and I know that takes time.
Thank you.
No problem.
I loved the pitch, by the way. I
Thank
just
you.
loved your confidence, just getting up there, getting started, moving through the slides. I mean, I think we didn't even notice you signaling, asking them to move through the slides. It was absolutely wonderful. I have a question, and if you don't have an answer, that's okay. I just wanted to leave it with you so that you can think about it. You said that the readers are going to have some sort of a creative input in deciding the story direction,
Yes.
right? So have you thought about who's going to own the intellectual property? Will the readers have a say in it? Is your company going to own everything? And it's fine if you haven't thought about it.
I haven't thought about that, and it's something I thought about a little bit, because I understand that obviously not everybody can throw their aspects at me. So one of the things that I wanted to do to help direct those ideas was to have choice-based options on my website, so to have it so that these kids can sit here on their tablet or their iPad or whatever and be able to actually input on specific choices or specific storylines on where it may go.
Love it. Thank you.
Gotcha.
My man, great job.
Thank you.
Very inspirational. You're very passionate about your product, which is very important. My question is around the marketing plan.
I understand.
On the chart, I don't know if I saw the dollar amount that you're going to have to spend a month to buy and promote ads. Is that included in that cost?
It is not, actually, and that's something that. Thank you for reminding me of that. That is something that's important. One of the things that I've done recently, it hasn't cost me any money, which is just creating the content consistently. But that is something that I will think about and add to my cost structure in the future. I appreciate you for bringing that up.
Cool. Great job, man. Continue your passion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roommate. Great job.
Thank you.
We'll just give our judges a little time to mark their scores and jot down any notes. Now, for our second finalist, presenting their business plan for Odorase, please welcome Carter Lassen from Francis Scott Key Elementary Middle School in Baltimore.
Hello. Do I begin? Hello, everyone. My name is Carter Lawson, and I'm the CEO and founder of an odor eliminator named Odorase, the eraser of odors. A wise man named Patrick Suskind once said, odors have the power of persuasion stronger than that of words, appearances, or emotions. But here I hope to be equally as persuasive whilst I present to you Odorase, the eraser of odors. My target market has a problem. That problem being that many people suffer from discomfort from odors, whether that be in your house, a locker room, and sometimes odors may dwell in classrooms when students come in after being exposed to the hot sun. There are many ways you could try to fix this problem. One of the main ways being with air fresheners. But nowadays, many air fresheners contain toxic or harmful chemicals that may not be safe for pets and people. In fact, 20% of the US population experience health issues from air fresheners alone, such as runny noses, nausea, and headaches. Next slide, please. I saw opportunity in all of these problems and decided to take action by conducting scientific research and experimenting with different materials to produce Odorase, the eraser of odors. My mission is to provide you a non-toxic, non-flammable, lightly scented odor eliminator that will allow you to breathe easy and save the environment without having to worry about what chemicals are being put into the air. Odorase is special because it's non-toxic, non-flammable, lightly scented odor eliminator that uses no harmful chemicals to erase its odors at all. Instead, it uses cyclodextrin. And you may be wondering, what is cyclodextrin? Well, it's a substance that absorbs odors in a bubble, which allows you to never smell them again. Cyclodextrin is 100% safe and may be found in foods that you may often consume, such as cornbread and chowders. This is the wrong slide. Odorase is in the air freshener, global air freshener industry, which has made $13 billion in sales last year. I am looking for adults who are 18 to 60 years of age, who own a home and also care for the environment and are often willing to try new things in Baltimore, Maryland, which has a population of just under 600,000 people. For my target market population, we're looking at around 250,000 people. And for my market size, we're looking at just around 150,000 people. For my competitive analysis, we'll be focusing on 3 factors: price, ingredients, and effectiveness. For price, Odorase offers a $9 unit, which gives you 22 ounces of Odorase. Febreze has a unit sold for $5, which gives you 8.8 ounces of air freshener. And Airwick has a unit sold for $1.25, which gives you 6 ounces of Airwick. Even though my competitors may have better prices, you may want to reconsider purchasing with them after you focus on our next factor, ingredients. Odorase only uses simple ingredients: water, essential oils, and cyclodextrin. But as you can see, for the other 2 competitors, they use harsh chemicals that may not be safe for pets and people. For our last factor, effectiveness. Odorase effectively leaves behind a soft scent while also eliminating odors, while Febreze erases and covers up odors with a harsh scent. Airwick does nothing to erase odors, but instead covers up those odors with a strong and nose-stinging fragrance. Overall, Odorase has a competitive advantage because we use safer ingredients and are overall more effective than the competitors. For my marketing plan, I will try to make people aware of Odorase's existence by using social medias to post my commercials and flyers, because 55% of people find out about new companies on social medias. Some factors that retain my customers are pricing, quality, and how eco-friendly Odorase is. I will also be hosting a referral system for those who refer new customers. And for purchasing, my distribution channels include Shopify, in-person selling, and I will also be hosting delivery options. I'm qualified to become the proud CEO of Odorase, the eraser of odors, because I'm a son of an accountant, a grandchild of an econ professor, I'm kind and considerate, and I've had years of experience as a sales associate for my great aunt's business. And I have also experienced many of my target market's problems as a student who's often experiencing smelly odors in classrooms. The definition of 1 unit is 1 22-ounce bottle of Odorase, the eraser of odors, the selling price of which is $9. My variable expenses total to $5.66, which includes beta-cyclodextrin, a bottle, and a label. My cost of labor is $1.06, and add an additional 15 cents for packaging. This brings my cost of goods sold to $6.87, leaving me with a contribution margin of $2.13. My fixed expenses total to $75 a month, which includes website hosting, advertising or promotion, advertising and promotion, and insurance. And I would have to sell 36 units to break even with my fixed expenses. What happened? As of now, I'm currently finishing the 7th grade. I'm soon to sell on Shopify, and I'm still gathering information and feedback for Odor Race, the eraser of odors. In the future, I plan to expand past Odor Race and hopefully start other businesses. I plan to learn more about economics and marketing and hopefully donate to Baltimore charities. Thank you all judges for coming out to see me today. Once again, my name is Carter Lawson, and that was all for Odor Race, the eraser of odors.
Great job, Carter. Judges, take it away.
Any questions?
Carter, $9, 22 ounces, man. Can we get this product in production today? Great job. It takes a lot of guts, man, to get up there and present, and I'm very inspired. Continue to do what you're doing. Very amazing.
Thank you for the inspiration.
Hi. Again, you did a really, really great job, and I always like environmentally friendly products, so that's really on the mark. As someone with a market, are you ever thinking of putting this in retail?
Well, yes, of course. I want to make monies, but I still haven't found out a way to do that, but it is on my agenda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So I love the way you incorporated humor in your presentation. I think that really resonated with the audience. Do you plan to use any humor in your marketing campaigns?
I mean, if it worked here, then yes.
I don't have any questions. I just wanted to say that your pitch was awesome.
Oh,
I love the
thank you.
confidence.
Anything else?
Great. Thank you.
All right. Judges, take a moment to finish recording your scores. Now, for a third and final finalist, presenting their business plan for Photo Relay, please welcome Jakai Booker from Edmondson Westside High School in Baltimore.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jakai Booker, and I am a soon-to-be 11th grader at Edmondson Westside High School. And my business name is Photo Relay. My slogan is "We Get Things Done." Your problem is you need photos taken, but don't have any more than $50. You could be low on income and need photos taken for an affordable price, because almost 10.3% of Marylanders live below the poverty line. My service is affordable. All of the pictures that I will take will be affordable for anyone and everyone, and I am also mobile and will travel to you. My underlying magics are excuse me, I cannot see. I can't see.
What's up?
I can't see.
You can't see it. All right, turn around and look at that one right there. There you go. Can you see the one on the
No,
wall?
it's the color.
I know. Can you see the one on the wall? Turn around. There you go.
Yes, my great photo taking and video editing skills that I will practice for 10 plus years doing or going to college for photography. I will communicate with my customer to make sure I get every detail they want added to the pictures and videos. I will also take my time to get the correct picture taken for the customer, and my website will have employment options and payment options for customers and future employees. My targets are positive, expressive, creative, and photogenic people. They could enjoy outings, parties, reunions, etc. Loves pictures and doesn't want to spend too much on photos and photo editing. Also, families that might spend way too much on photos, $100 or above. My marketing plan will be channeling YouTube ads for my business to further expose my business, and posters for my business to help myself. Also, collaborations to boost my business and experience new things. My competitions are Digital Factory and Affordable Photography Studio. My business is lower than theirs, with my price being $50, well, $45, and $25 a picture edit. My quality of service is high quality, and my location will be Woodlawn, Maryland. My delivery method will be pick up from studio or send online. My quality of service, my customer service is well thought out and great, and communication with towards the customer. My qualifications are taking the entrepreneurship course. I'm planning on continuing my practice on photography long after this investment, and I already have some knowledge about photography. My definition of one unit will be one photo shoot, and my variable material expenses will be $22.99, and my fixed expenses will be $55. My selling price will be $50, with my cost of variable materials being $22.99, and my cost of services sold will be $32.99, and my contribution margin will be $17.01. So, every month to break even, I will have to do 4 photo shoots in order to cover my expenses. So, looking towards the future, at launch, I will spend even more time perfecting my photo taking, make an online website to sell my service for future customers, plan my future goals I will want for my business, and partner with small/big brands like Nike or Fila. My goal is to become a successful entrepreneur by doing something I love. Thank you for your time and consideration, everyone.
Great presentation, Jakai. Judges, take it away.
Can I go first? I just wanted to tell you that you have a very clear problem identified. I mean, last month I went to take my picture taken. I really feel like I paid extra, but I wasn't really happy with the result. So I'm really loving what you have over here.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, how did you stumble upon this particular idea?
Okay, so one day I was in class and I was thinking like, okay, people need photos and I'm here to take it for them. And I can edit your photos also. So that's really what came to mind when I was thinking about this business plan.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so by the way, I love how you're thinking big and partnering with big brands. That's a great strategy. Have you thought about like different venues where you might, different backdrops and environments in which you can take different types of photos?
Actually, yes, I have been thinking about that. But thank you for continuing my thinking. I will definitely think about that even further.
Hi. So how long is a photo shoot?
So a photo shoot could be between an hour to 2 hours. It all depends on what the customer wants.
Okay. Thank you so much. I want you to
You're
think
welcome.
about that when you look at your cost and how much you're paying yourself in labor. Because if a photo shoot is 2-3 hours, I've been in photo shoots. They can go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you paying yourself per hour, and what makes sense? Because you don't want to short yourself.
Okay, thank you. I'll think about that.
Chikai, great job. I noticed for your marketing plan, you chose YouTube. Why YouTube?
Because I feel like people are on YouTube more. And of course, there's other things like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, but I feel like YouTube is where people will watch videos. And ads would be like big in YouTube. I mean, you can't watch a video without experiencing an ad. So I thought like, okay, I see an ad and I'm thinking, okay, it'll be great,
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Any other questions at this time? Okay. Thank you so much, Jakai.
You're welcome.
At this time, I'd like to ask the judges to collect their things so they can head off to deliberate and determine who our winner will be. Yes, and let's give one last round of applause to all our student presenters. I'd now like to introduce the program manager for the NFTE Capital Region, Rashida Joyner, to the stage to present some awards to some very important people.
Allow our judges to leave. All right, good evening, everyone. Oh, that was good. All right, my name is Rashida Joyner, and I am grateful to be here to recognize some truly exceptional individuals who deserve special praise. Each year, we have the privilege of selecting both an individual and a corporate volunteer of the year from our region. This individual and corporate partner then become nominees for NFTE's National Volunteer of the Year Awards, which will be presented at the NFTE National Challenge in New York City this October. I am delighted to announce that this year's Individual Volunteer of the Year is Philip McNeil. Phil has been a longtime volunteer and champion of NFTE, contributing to the Capital Region in a variety of ways. He has served as a mentor and coach for dozens of students and has served on the advisory board for our region. He is always willing to support a young entrepreneur and is incredibly giving of his time. Even when he is not in the area, he does virtual coaching sessions to ensure his students get what they need. Phil, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for being an exceptional liaison and volunteer for our students and our community. Your dedication and contributions are truly inspiring. Thank you. Come on up. Thank you. Thank you. And now for the corporate nominee. I am thrilled to announce that Slalom has been chosen as the recipient of the Corporate Volunteer of the Year Award for their outstanding support and engagement, which have greatly benefited both students and teachers. Slalom has been an amazing new partner for the Capital Region. They have supported both our Biz Camp programs this past summer and coaching days for our Regional Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge. Their volunteers have been outstanding in working with students, and we are grateful to partner with you all. General Manager Yolanda Scott is here to accept this award, and I'd like to welcome her to the stage. Please join me in thanking Yolanda and Slalom. We are so thankful to have a partner like you to provide support of so many kids to our young learners at all stages of their development. To discover more about volunteering with NFTE like these incredible individuals, please remember to register before you leave. If you haven't found it already, you will find a QR code available at the registration table. Let's give all of our Capital Region volunteers a round of applause. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Rashida. Now it is my great honor to introduce another incredible and dedicated volunteer of NFTE, and no stranger to the entrepreneurial mindset. Diana Dibble is the CEO of Tripod Coaching and Consulting, LLC, as well as president and co-founder of Design to Delivery, Inc. Throughout her career, she has been recognized with local and national industry awards, including the 2020 Enterprising Woman of the Year Award, the 2022 NAWBO Woman Business Owner of the Year Award finalists, and the NAWBO Greater DC 2023 Entrepreneur of the Year Award finalist. I think a great way for me to describe Diana to people who don't know her is describing our first encounter. I invited Diana, thought she'd be a wonderful keynote speaker, invited her out to lunch, and what I thought would be an hour lunch turned into a 2-hour lunch that felt like a mix of both a therapy session and a business strategy session, all at the same time. Diana made me feel like I was the only person in the room and listened to all of my personal stories, things that I wanted to do with the program, with such heartfelt interest that it just made my day. When she is with our students, she is the exact same way. She has an amazing ability to shine her light and help bring out the light in others, and it's truly magical to watch her interact with our young entrepreneurs. In addition to running multiple successful businesses, she always finds time to give back to the community. She's an active member in several business associations, too many to list. And she volunteers not only for us, but other nonprofits. We are so thrilled to have her with us tonight, and it is my true honor to introduce her and welcome her to the stage. Please welcome our keynote speaker for the night, Diana Dibble.
Handheld mic? I mean, actually, I don't need to, I'm quiet type. I don't really need microphones.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Here you go.
All right, I wanted to take that off because I don't think I really need that with that up there. So, I'm going to tell you a story. I mean, that's already told you who I am, so I don't have to go through that part. I was working for a company, and I worked for the government division for one of the owners of a company that did government work and commercial work. And I had the opportunity to work with the chief financial officer. His name was Mike Jenna. And Mike said, anything you want to learn how to do, I will teach you. And I went, okay. Mike came up to me one day and said, I have a project for you. Cool, I like projects, because every time he gave me a project, I got a promotion and a raise. So I'm like, this is great. He said, but I'm going to pay you as a 1099, and this is going to be your first check for your new business. And I went, no, thank you. He's like, what? I said, no, thank you. I'm not interested in owning a business. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. If you have employees, you gotta be responsible for their income. I am not interested, but I will take the money. That was 1994. In 1996, I was working for a company as an executive director, and the man who brought me in left the company. Everybody he hired got fired. That was on a Friday. So what did I do? I went away for the weekend and played golf. Why? Because I didn't want my mother to know I got fired. Monday, I called the guy, and I said, you left, I got fired, I need a job. He said, I can't afford to hire you as an employee, but I can hire you as a consultant. That Monday, my first business, D-Cubed, was born. Not because I wanted to be a business owner, but because I had a mortgage and a car note to pay. But what happened? I was good at it. I was really good at it. So much so that I kept getting job offers from the companies I worked for. And one of them I took. Why? Because when you're an entrepreneur, you get up early in the morning and you go out and you market all day long, and then you come home in the evening and then you do the work that you marketed for, and then somewhere around 11 o'clock p.m. and 1 a.m. you do your billing so you can get paid for the work you did. And then you have to plan for the next day, so you sleep between like 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. And then you get up and you do it again, right? Anybody in here know what that looks like? And yet we do it, right? So I went to work for this company, and then one of my big clients said, we're building a government division. We want you to come. I said, okay, cool. Got health insurance, got a salary. All right, no problem. That's where I met my business partner. But at the time, we were coworkers, and she said to me, we should start a business, because she had never owned a business. Everybody in her family did. And I was like, nope, I got a paycheck, I got health insurance, I got 401k, I'm good, thanks. And I thought about it. I said, if I don't do this, this will be the dumbest mistake of my life. And I've had some doozies, but this one would have really been up there, right? So we started our business, Designed to Deliver Inc., that's the one on the bottom, September 10th, 2001. Anybody know what happened the next day? Guess what? We helped government contractors win government business. So guess who was perfectly situated for that date? So we said, we're going to do this. We don't want any employees. We don't want any office space, because we want to go out and go to movies and go shopping. Well, by February, we had office space. By May, we had 3 employees. We grew really, really fast, to the point that we had 16 employees and customers all over the country. And guess what happened next? The recession hit, and our biggest client went out of business, owing us several $100,000, almost $500,000. So we made a decision. We said, we are taking closing the business off the table. We're not even going to consider it. You're not going to believe what happened next. We won a $50 million contract. We catapulted to $10 million a year. We had 100 employees in multiple states across the country and spent 4 years consecutively on the Inc. 5000 list of the fastest growing privately held companies in the United States. So that seems like fun, so we decided to start another business. Now, this is the woman who did not want to have a business. Now I'm talking about the third business. Well, that one didn't work out so well. We closed it after 3 years because we lost a lot of money. So you know what we did next? Started another business. That's our pet projects. And then you're going to like this one. I started another business last August 2022, 18 months after having brain surgery. Oh, and radiation. Had that too. It was 3 months after radiation. Because I had spent years saying that I was going to start another business to do this. You know what spurred me on? Working with these kids at NFTE. You know why? Because these kids are brave. I was 30 years old. Actually, I was 32 years old when I started my first business. I didn't have a NFTE growing up. I mean, my undergraduate degree is in musical theater. If I had had a NFTE, y'all, I would have to build another room for all of the awards I would have gotten. But what I did have is I had good mentors. You know the guy I told you about that I asked, who asked me if this is your first business? And I was like, When I told you the story about turning our business around, he was on our advisory board. Every time somebody had something that I didn't know how to do, I said, can you show me? Can you teach me? Always asking. And we have these young people who are taking advantage of the most fantastic organization that I have had the privilege of working with. So all of you out there who work for NFTE, please raise your hand. I can't thank you enough. All of you who are a teacher, who are working with NFTE programs, raise your hand. All of you who are business owners that are either involved with NFTE, and if you're not involved, they gave you information of how you can get involved. But raise your hand if you're a business owner. If you are a student that's been involved, raise your hand. Now, why am I doing this? Okay, you did a great job. All of you guys did a great job with your presentations. Everybody who raised a hand who's a business owner, make sure you go and introduce yourself. Every one of you who are in NFTE, when you get home, look in the mirror and go, I'm doing a really, really great job. But for people like me, who were reluctant business owners, I thought I was brave until I started working with these young people in NFTE. The fact you're considering opening your own business, whether you do it today, tomorrow, next week, another idea, a different idea, or you go a different direction. You all are brave and you inspire me all the time. Going once, going twice sold. And it was good to see you again, because I saw you in 2019.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes.
She was our mistress of ceremonies back then.
That is a fun fact. This is my 5th year, and I keep on coming back because I love it that much. Thank you so much, Diana, for those incredible words, and for all you continue to do as a volunteer for NFTE. Yes, it's amazing. And another thank you to our Volunteers of the Year and all of our NFTE volunteers. I know firsthand the impact you are making, and I know NFTE's young entrepreneurs are appreciative of each and every single one of you. And now, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. I'd like to ask all our finalists to join me here on stage, please. Thank you. So, judges, we're all very interested in your impressions. Is there any feedback you'd like to give before the results are announced?
No spoilers.
Okay. No feedback? Alrighty. Thank you, judges. They were all incredible presentations. You gave them a hard time, so they had to be that good. And before the winners are announced, I'd like to give a special announcement on behalf of the NFTE Capital Region. Each of our finalists this evening will be invited to compete at the National Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge in New York City. Our finalists will be competing in New York City this October alongside winners from all across the country. Just like I did back in 2018. I had to throw that out there. I can't wait for you to have the experience that I had. And one of you might walk away with the $10,000 top prize. But one step at a time. We know a winner of today's competition must still be chosen. And to read the results and close out our time together, I'd like to welcome to the stage NFTE's President and CEO, Dr. J.D. LaRocque.
Thank you very much, everybody. How about a nice hand for our Mistress of Ceremonies? What a wonderful job she did. And it is always nice to see all of you. The Capital Region has such strong and stalwart supporters. I recognize so many faces around the room, from our advisory board members to national board members to NFTE educators to distinguished alumni of the program and successful business owners. Thank you all for the many ways in which you support us. Gentlemen, I'm not going to keep you in suspense for very long, but I do want to say one thing. First of all, as you just heard, you've already won because you are all going to New York City on NFTE to compete in the national competition, and we really look forward to seeing you there. I have a piece of advice for you. Use this opportunity between now and the competition in October to continue working on your businesses. All of you have great concepts, all of you have thought about different angles, but you've also heard our judges ask questions and give you suggestions. Listen to what they said, because they're probing you for ways in which you can make your business better. And if I can offer a little suggestion, a little hint, a little competitive edge. Wouldn't we love to see prototypes or actual examples of some of these products? Wouldn't we? Yeah. Yeah, I sure would. I sure would. The one I want to just point out, I like to do this at every regional competition. I'd like to say something about what I think makes this particular group of competitors that I see from region to region special. And I think what comes through for me tonight is just the personal passion that each of our young CEOs has for his business, whether it's the artistry of comic books, or whether it's the artistry of photography, or whether it's combating bad odors, which of course is an important thing to do. And by the way, Carter, 7th grade. You're in 7th grade. So one of the special thrills, and I'm taking nothing away from you other two gentlemen, one of the special thrills when I go around the country is to see young entrepreneurs and CEOs who are still in middle school. And that is something that is special about the NFTE program. Let me make a couple of personal comments. One lens that I ask myself is, does this product, does this business resonate with me at all? Or sometimes I ask, does it resonate with my 12-year-old daughter? So let me share a couple of things. So, Rami, you made a point Romy, you made a point that I can resonate with. So my favorite comic book character growing up, I was a big Marvel Comics reader. All right. Well, that's good too. I like the Vision. Do you know the character, the Vision? Do you know that character? Yeah. Do you know what the Vision's power is? Yeah. What's the power of the Vision? I see a hand in the back. Yeah. Yeah, he can adjust his density, which I thought was a weird superpower at first. But you know what I thought about that when I was a kid and I was going through my own stuff? I thought, wow, wouldn't it be nice to make myself as hard as diamond so that nothing could ever hurt me? So what you pointed out to all of us about how comic books and the artistry connects with us on deep levels, and that you want to extend that, I think you've tapped into something very, very powerful. Jakai, again, so beyond what you already said about the high cost of photo shoots, can I just point out that today so many of us are missing out on real life because we're busy taking photos of the things that we're at instead of experiencing them? So I often think that it would be wonderful to have a service like yours available at an affordable price so that when you know you're going to a special occasion, that you can actually live the special occasion instead of being all consumed with taking the photos and being distracted. So again, I think you've tapped into something that is very deep and can be pursued. And Carter, I have to tell you what your business made me think of. Your business made me think of what my wife tells me whenever I take an Uber ride, which is I walk through the house and she says, "Where have you been? You smell like a pine tree or a bouquet of flowers. Where have you been exactly?" And I'm like, "No, I've just been, what you're smelling is the air freshener, this terrible air freshener. And by the way, I have a headache." Can I also commend you on the science behind your business? To come up with your business, you had to do some actual research into what would make for an effective and safe product. And you explained very well in your pitch how you would do that. So again, all three of you are to be commended for your passion, but even more so, the ways in which each and every one of your businesses touches something deep for many of us. One more round of applause for these gentlemen before I announce the winners. All right, and can I ask Meg, Rashida to help me out with the awarding of the plaques and the big credit cards? All right, so our third place winner tonight, receiving an award of $500, is Jakai with Photo Rely. Congratulations. Great job. Please. Yeah. Let's get that. Let's get a photo real quick. Yeah. No. Thank you. All right. No, stay right there. Stay right there. Our second place winner, receiving an award of $1,000, is with Compel Comics, Romy Hooper. And that means our big winner for tonight, receiving an award of $1,500, is from Francis Scott Key Elementary Middle School with Odor Race, Carter Lawson. Congratulations, Carter. Congratulations to you all. Great job. And thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to our judges. What a wonderful evening. That concludes our formal program for tonight, but we hope you'll hang around. Please do sign up to work with us if you are not working with us already. And thank you all for the privilege of our being together tonight. Good night, everyone. Thank you.